In a notable shift, the White House's newly updated COVID-19 website now prominently features the controversial lab leak theory as a key part of the discussion on the virus's origins. Previously a platform for public health information on vaccines and testing, the site now prominently features the claim that COVID-19 likely originated from a lab accident, specifically from the Wuhan Institute of Virology, WIV, in China. This marks a departure from the widely accepted narrative that the virus emerged naturally from an animal to human spillover. One of the main components of the website is its criticism of the publication The Proximal Origin of SARS-CoV-2, a study often cited to discredit the lab leak theory. The White House claims that Dr. Anthony Fauci, former President Joe Biden's top medical advisor, pushed this narrative in order to promote the idea that COVID-19 had a natural origin. The website outlines 5 key points that support the lab leak theory.
I mean, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. You saw that the White House's new website, well, it's not a new website, revamped, definitely. But the website here, I got it pulled up. Boom. We're gonna look at this. Actually, we're gonna do this together because, I think it'll bring us closer if we do it together. Let's look at this together. So here it is: the White House, President Donald J. Trump, lab leak: the true origins of COVID-19. So again, this joins the long list of things that we knew a long time ago, huh? This joins a long list of things that we didn't need the federal government to tell us. Now, I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad it's on their website. I'm glad the information is out there. I'm glad the president is standing behind it. But we knew this shit already. We knew that China basically sneezed on the world. We knew that. But they told us, no, somebody ate a bat or fucked a bat or blew a panda. Or no, he was fucking the panda while he blew the bat. I don't know. Somebody's doing something with a bat. That's how it happened. It wasn't engineered by humans. It wasn't engineered by your tax dollars. It was in nature. Somebody got hungry. Give me one of those bat kebabs. You know, the classic bat kebab. Let's see what this says. Says the proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2 publication, which was used repeatedly by public health officials and the media to discredit the lab leak theory, was promoted by Dr. Fauci to push the preferred narrative that COVID-19 originated naturally. Naturally, darling. Number 1, these are the 5 points that he was talking about in that clip. Number 1, the virus possesses a biological characteristic that is not found in nature. So what does that mean? That means that the humans were messing around. They were gumming up the works. They were getting involved in nature, splicing and doing this and that. Let's mix these two. That's how you get a liger. A liger. You ever see that? It's where they mate a lion and a tiger. I don't know if it's a male tiger, female lion, whatever. They get a lion and a tiger together. They do the weemboe. They do that, the animal thing, and then you get a liger. And a liger is like 10 feet long or some shit, 900 pounds. It's so big it couldn't live in nature because it's too big and slow to catch anything. But you know how we do? You know how the humans do? So humans got involved. They took it from something that was natural to something that could be passed between humans much faster. That's why I call it gain of function. It's now gained the function to pass from human to human instead of you having to go out and fornicate with some kind of beast. Number 2, data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single introduction into humans. This runs contrary to the previous pandemics where there were multiple spillover events. So this came from one place. Wuhan lab, Wuhan got you all sick, right? I should do that on a t-shirt. Wuhan got you all sick. Number 3, Wuhan is home to China's foremost SARS research lab, which has a history of conducting gain-of-function research, which is gene altering an organism supercharging at inadequate biosafety levels. That means they were doing this in a place that wasn't safe enough to keep that shit from getting out. SARS, you ever heard of that? Doesn't SARS sound familiar? How about bird flu? How about swine flu? How about China quit getting the world sick? Can we put a sneeze guard around China like they're a buffet? You know, like a Chinese buffet. That would make sense. Put a sneeze guard around China. Why does China keep doing that shit? Why you keep getting the world sick, China? I don't know. I'm sorry, asshole. Number 4, Wuhan Institute of Virology researchers, were sick with COVID-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, months before COVID-19 was discovered at the wet market. So these infected, sickly researchers are out in public. Maybe they went over to the market. Maybe they stumbled over there, coughing up blood in a handkerchief like Doc Holliday. They went over there to grab a quick bite. And that's how they started infecting people. But it definitely came from that lab. Who knows? Maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they got the stuff right. They got the right amount and like dumped it in the water supply or sprayed it in the air. These are sick. People are sick. We are the most disgusting life form to ever grace this planet. It's not even close. And number 5, by nearly all measures of science, if there was evidence of a natural origin, it would have already surfaced, but it hasn't. So that's what it says on this website. And all you have to do, okay, news, administration, media issues, history, or get in touch. So that's what you see on the website. And all you have to do is search. I searched COVID.gov, or you can search COVIDfreetest.gov. And this is the page that it'll take you to. You can check it out for yourself. What's going on here? But anyway, yeah, these are all things that we already knew. Weren't we saying this a long time ago? It's probably you bastards. Fauci is a crook. Now, of course, before Sloppy Joe stumbled out of office, before he was removed on a gurney from office, he did a blanket pardon for his son and the July 6th committee and anybody who did anything under his regime, they got a blanket pardon. Don't worry about it. You be all right. Now, it doesn't protect them from state crime. So I'm sure that Trump's team will have something to say about that. I'm sure that his lawyers and whoever are all over that and are going to get them any way they can, because this was the greatest, definitely the greatest infection of the planet. Well, I don't know. I take that back, because I think maybe the Black Plague was pretty bad too. That took out a lot of people too. But definitely in recent history, this shut down the world. And even if the world was shut, let's say for like the Spanish flu or something, over 100 years ago, was that 1918? Even if it were back then, or even if there was another time in history where the world came to, or ground to a halt, if you will, the world economy and stuff like that, and nothing was moving. Let's say that did happen before. It didn't happen on this level. The world economy, especially America, is stronger than it's ever been. It didn't happen on this level. We had never reached this level yet. And it brought the world to a standstill. It took lives. It affected generations. We still don't know what that poke is going to do to you. We still don't know what the long-term effects on our children were. We still don't know that. That is yet to be determined. TBD, to be determined. And they're telling us, oh yeah, it came from Wuhan, and yeah, it didn't come from a bat. And turns out Fauci was full of shit with the social distancing and wear a mask and all. It was all bullshit. We knew that. So don't be surprised by this information. Do not be surprised. You knew this a long time ago. Lowly little you tiny little insignificant speck of a citizen. You are one of many pubic hairs on the balls called America. You're nothing. And even little tiny insignificant little American taxpayer, even you knew the truth with your stupid phone and your stupid laptop. Even you knew the truth in your little chat rooms and speaking to people and using your common fucking sense. Even your little tiny insignificant cog in the machine ass knew that years ago. And now these fuckers are coming along. Whoops. And I'm not saying it's Trump's fault. I'm just saying the federal government. We knew this, but you know what? They paid a price and they're still paying the price for that. Their reputation is forever tarnished. I don't know that they could ever get our trust back. The curtain was pulled back. Your skirt was pulled up. You told us you were a chick the whole time. Turns out when we pulled your skirt up, you got a dick. You've been lying. You've been hiding it from us. We're not as stupid as you wished we were. We're not as stupid as you hope we are. There's a lot of stupid people out there. There are too many stupid people out there with just as much power to vote as we have. You got us. You got me, federal government. You got me. You got me. You had me wearing that stupid mask. You had me. You gave me. I took the poke. Speaking in general now, I didn't get that shit. You got me. You had me setting up my living room as a classroom, and were you really paying attention? And people were just jacking off on camera for 2 years. It was so weird. You got me. But you'll never get me again, you rotten son of a bitch. And unfortunately, there's not a big enough portion of our population. Well, I think there's a big enough portion of our population who have enough common sense to not be duped. But can you be? I mean, some people might have been duped, but a lot of people wanted it. They wanted the sweet and sour sniffles. They wanted the lockdowns. They wanted the mask. They wanted the poke. Because in their mind and a lot of other people's minds, it put them on a pedestal. They're better than you. Look down upon the unvaccinated. You rotten peasant, you shall not gaze upon the visage of those who got the jab. Now what? Now what? Now you got a cough you haven't gotten rid of in 3 years. Your legs numb. You got heart problems and shit. Now what a terrible time. But let's see what comes of it. He's naming names. China, Fauci, Sloppy Joe. What's going to happen? They got pardoned, but did they? Meet me in the comments. What do you think? What do you think of this revamped website? What do you think of this message? Are they tardy to the party? And what happens from here? Once this picks up steam, this new website, look at what they're saying. Look whose names they're dropping. What's going to happen? But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out. And be sure to hit the link in the description box to get those American hands on some official green gear.